Hey everybody, welcome back to the Daily Bern. This is the war room of the political revolution. Come on in, this is a daily inspirational show for those of us who are fighting in this political revolution in order to transform our government into one for the people. Please like and share and comment, participate in the show. But today I wanted to focus on the strength of belief. Theodore Roosevelt said, "Believe you can, and you're halfway there." And that isn't just a pretty quote or some inspirational nonsense. It's a fact. Belief is powerful. You have full control of your environment. Your reality becomes what you tolerate and accept. And you don't have to think like a victim. You're trained to think that way. Break that cycle. You are not weak. You are strong. It is a lie that has been sold to us for hundreds of years that we're weak. That is the nonsense. That is what they want you to believe. They like it that way. They love for us to just keep our head down and go about our daily lives, paying no attention as they carry on destroying the planet and taking all that they can. That's what they want. The more heads that come up, the worse for them. They fight. They fight that with all they have, but it's happening anyway. Let's keep it going. The weaponized corporate media never will. We have to do it. We have to be the media and spread the truth. That's a huge part of what we do, what our job is here in this fight. We spread the message. We inform people. We spread the truth and fight the lies and the propaganda. And we're doing a fantastic job of breaking through the fog of propaganda put out daily by the corporate media. And we just have to keep going. We are killing this. I never thought I'd see this happen in my lifetime. And now that it is happening, I'm proud of how we're doing. My personal opinion of our future has, for the first time in a long time, changed to one of positivity and hope for the possibilities of what we can accomplish. It's exciting to be part of this movement. We can do this. We can actually accomplish something that most say is impossible here. We are crushing this fight. And if we keep going at this rate, we will be unstoppable. We just have to remember that it is on us. 100%. We have got to own this. All of it. Realize that if Bernie loses, it's not Bernie that lost, it's us. This is our fight. Bernie is just our candidate, a fantastic candidate, but in the end, Bernie is just one man. He can't save us on his own, and he never claimed that he could. He has always said, over and over again, that this is our fight, that when enough of us stand united and demand it, real change will happen. And that is the only way that it happens. And it's happening right now. Now, I include a link in the description of every Daily Bern to BernieSanders.com. Please go there and see if there's any way that you can join the over 2 million of us that are already volunteering to help get Bernie elected. Or donate. We have raised over $25 million off individual contributions averaging $18 apiece. We are killing it. We are allowing our candidate to run at a front runner level and run a great campaign. We should be very proud of ourselves, but do all you can. You know, it's disgustingly expensive to run for president. So any amount you can donate would be great. And a lot of the goals right now are individual contributions. So even a couple bucks is awesome. And while you're there, I've been telling everybody to do this. The campaign is asking for people to do this too. Get a bumper sticker. Most of the time when you give a couple bucks, you get one for free anyway. But get one of those, put that bad boy on your car. Then you're helping the campaign just by driving around like normal. Because we need to show our strength. Things like the bumper sticker do that. We grow our movement by inspiring people. That is how we change minds. We become the change that we want to see. We are a combination of millions of individual lives, and we have massive potential to make real change starting now. We don't have to wait. In fact, waiting is done. We are here to change this whole broken system, and it all starts in our mindset. Decide that things are going to change and that progress is going to happen. Know that whether or not it does is within your power and up to you. Then believe that you can do it. Believe that it is possible. Stop allowing other influences or people to convince you that you are weak. Those are lies. Realize your power and change your mindset from that of a victim mentality to that of a warrior. Refuse to accept the intolerable things going on around us anymore. Move forward towards bringing down this greed driven system and turn this figurative car around before it hits this literal brick wall that we're heading towards. The time is now, and this is our fight. Keep going, keep fighting, keep moving this society forward, and we will make real change happen. Believe it, know it. We're going to make this happen. We are going to win. Not Bernie, us. Thanks for coming back to the Daily Bern. This is a daily show. We do this every day from politics and stuff. And we've been doing this for about 2 months. I plan on continuing this all the way through our revolution and even further if people are into it and digging it. We're just a baby show right now, but we're growing. We're getting a little bit of a following. I have started uploading these to my YouTube channel um, in order to get them out to more people. And the only reason why that's funny is my YouTube channel is mostly conspiracy stuff. A lot of you know that I also host a conspiracy theory show here on Facebook and YouTube. And a lot of my followers on YouTube are from the conspiracy stuff. I'm finding out that we don't have the same politics. A lot of times, I'm losing followers on YouTube. They're dropping like flies ever since I started uploading these. And I don't know if I'm going to keep doing them on YouTube. If you watch these on YouTube, let me know if you want me to keep going on YouTube. They're not getting a lot of views on YouTube. The biggest one so far has been 20 views. That's the most. 3 likes has been the most likes. Um, but we did get a comment yesterday from YouTube, so it is picking up. People are participating. This one made me sad because this one was a person that has shown up at a lot of my live feeds for the conspiracy stuff. And I like this person. So I hate when people I like say racist stuff. But anyways, his comment was, he is a Jew. That's all he said. He is a Jew. So I said, and, question mark. Then the response came. He says, can you name one Jew that you can trust? Now, I didn't even respond. I'm not going to go down that rabbit hole with him, but I would start with Jesus Christ. Yeah, I mean, I'm sure I could name a bunch of Jews that I could trust. That's an ignorant statement. I think, especially since he comes from the conspiracy viewers, I think that he is confusing Jews with Zionists. Those are two different things. Jews are people, their religion, um, belief system. Zionists are evil and Luciferian and doing all they can to cripple society. So those Zionists you should be against, but Jews, you're misled in that area. And I'm not gonna, definitely not gonna change my opinion of anyone based on what religion they are, even if they're of no religion at all. And I'm Christian. But I don't expect everyone to be Christian. I don't expect everyone to believe what I believe. My biggest thing is if you're doing good and you're being a good person and you're not hurting anybody, then I'm all for it. I'm not against it. Sharon was here and she mentioned I was talking about Andrew Yang and being surprised that Andrew Yang made the debates. Sharon was saying that he has a lot more support than I and many people realize, and I did not know that. Now, I had heard people talking about him for Bernie's cabinet. What do you think about Andrew Yang being part of Bernie's cabinet? Do you think he'd be interested in that? I'd like to hear what you think about that. And then Kyle was here. I had asked the last 2 days, the last two Daily Burns we did were in HD. And when I upload videos, it always tells me people will watch your videos more if they're in HD. So I tried it the last couple feeds. And first off, I didn't notice any kind of uptick in views. I noticed the quality. I mean, the quality was there. You could see it. But Kyle said that the HD wasn't noticeable. So I think I'm going to go back to just regular and not HD. Today we're not in HD. So if you didn't notice, then you're not going to care. But it takes me an extra hour to upload these when they're in HD. And the quality was a little better. I admit that. I was able to see that. Even the sound was a little better. Um, but I just don't think it's worth the extra hour. It takes like an extra half hour to save it and about an extra hour to upload it. So it's not worth it for the extra 5, 10 views. I don't think we really even did better. I think it was about the same as we always get. And then Sharon also mentioned we were talking about Epstein in Know Your Enemy, Jeffrey Epstein, the monster, the pedophile that I'm saying a lot of powerful people are connected to. And this is a huge story, this arrest of Jeffrey Epstein. But she was saying, and there's been a lot come out about this, I've noticed it too, following this on independent journalism. Mainstream journalism is not talking about this at all. But independent journalism is that Epstein likely had ties to the Mossad, which is very interesting and also explains why he would have been protected for so long. He was considered untouchable because he was an intelligence agency for Israel, who America is deeply, deeply in bed with. You want to know what country affects our foreign policy and affects our actual policy, all of our policy? Israel has huge influence over America and American politicians. And you should wonder why. I wonder why. I actually know why, but it has to do with Zionism and that YouTube commentator's misplaced hate. But that was yesterday's comments. Didn't get a lot of comments yesterday. I think there was only like 17 total. We didn't do a show yesterday. What I've been doing, hey, let me ask you about this. Sundays, I did a marathon yesterday, a watch party, where I show all the Daily Burns from the week. And then I looked at it as kind of taking a day off from doing a Daily Burn, but it actually takes longer. It took like 2.5 hours to sit through the whole watch party. But I like the idea of recapping the week on Sundays. What do you guys think of that? Do you think we should do a recap of the week watch party every Sunday or do a new burn every Sunday? Let me know what you think about that. Did you like the watch party? Were you there? What'd you think about that? The next thing we're going to get into is Bernie events. The campaign just wrapped up in Iowa, where they were there for 2 days and 9 events, including opening up 3 new offices, 3 new campaign offices. That is one of the biggest things the campaign is focusing on right now is opening campaign offices. They are trying to stay ahead of the support. It's been the outpouring of support has been so much greater than they anticipated, and they're behind on opening their campaign offices because of that. And next place the campaign, Bernie and the campaign are going is to California on the 25th and 26th for 3 more events, including a town hall and a rally on Friday the 26th from Santa Monica High School Amphitheater. Am I the only one that thinks it's weird that a high school has an amphitheater? I can't wait to see how big this high school's amphitheater is. I think it's weird when you see Texas high school football teams and how they have stadiums. So apparently in California, high schools have amphitheaters. So I'm excited to see what a high school amphitheater looks like. But that's what Bernie's going to be up to this week. The next segment on the show is Know Your Enemy. Know Your Enemy is the segment where I go through, I've been going through 3 sites, 3 corporate-owned media sites to see what we're dealing with and what we're going up against moving forward so that we can stay informed and stay up on top of what they're coming at us with, what the weaponized media propaganda machine is attacking us with this week. So let's get into Know Your Enemy. For today's Know Your Enemy, I thought we'd go ahead and start with Fox. Lately, we've been finishing up with Fox. Fox is the only right-leaning media site that I even know of. If you know of another corporate-owned, it has to be corporate-owned, can't be independent journalism, but corporate-owned media site that's right-leaning, let me know because every day I have to use Fox because I want to get a right-leaning site in the mix. But let's see, they're still talking a lot about the squad. Some Democrats angry at the squad while backing them against Trump. Another one. Very next story, Trump versus the squad. La 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 la. Looks like there's a hit piece on Buttigieg. South Bend cops warn of max exodus as morale tanks over Buttigieg handling of shooting. Yeah, that has been a nightmare. And when he had to address it in the debates, he couldn't even back it up. He couldn't support why he's done such a terrible job. It was just excuse after excuse, is all I heard. I didn't hear anything else other than excuses. Again, I've been mentioning this every day, but there's just a blurb here. And I noticed um, going through as I'm scrolling, that's the only place it's showing up is in the blurb. Let me make sure before I put my foot in my mouth. Yeah. So in this little blurb is the only place they're talking about this Epstein story. Keep on this Epstein story. You know, right here they're acting like we shouldn't see who else is implicated. It says that Jeffrey Epstein's charges are revolting, but let's be careful about implicating others. No, no, no mercy, no mercy. Everybody goes down for this. If you were taking part in that pedophile sex ring, I don't care who you are. Bill Clinton was on that Lolita Express 26 times. Claims he didn't know. Nope, not buying it. Apparently, Trump has not built a single mile of new border fence. What else are we talking about today? No Bernie Sanders. No Bernie. Well, nope, there's Bernie. Joe Biden's campaign slams fellow Democrats in their push for Medicare for all. Nah, Joe Biden's a dinosaur. He needs to go. There's another AOC story. Doubling down on eliminating the Department of Homeland Security. We should eliminate the Department of Homeland Security. It's a wasted establishment. A waste of taxpayers' money and resources. Joe Biden stumbles on MSNBC. Joe Biden stumbles anytime he gets a chance to open his mouth. All right, that was Fox. Next, we're going to go to U.S. News. And they call their politics section the Civic Report because they're fancy. So it's been about a week since we came to U.S. News, and their top story has not changed. It is still on Kamala Harris and how she's basking in post debate polling glow. Here's how she's trying to make it last, is what their top story is on. Trump turning up the heat. Trump's rhetoric has supporters and opponents alike wondering, is there no behavior that will make the president's base balk? I don't think there is. I don't think that there's anything that would make his most fervent supporters balk at all. When he said he could go out on Fifth Avenue and shoot someone and not lose any voters, I don't think he's lying. I really don't. We need to really, really acknowledge that Trump has massive support. Nothing like what we've got going, but he has massive support. None of these shills, these low excitement shills that they're trying to push in the media, can beat Donald Trump. We need to be honest about that. A lot of Trump fear on Civic Report. No, 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 no. A lot of Trump stories. There was like 5 Trump stories. And there's a story here about the Democratic debate. Now let's see what MSN is talking about. The Civic Report was kind of boring. Let's check out MSN. So they're talking about the Mueller testimony. Couple stories on that. They got a quiz. What best describes Senator Sanders' plan for health care if he becomes president? Let's see what the choices are here. I don't know. Everyone on Medicare-like plan allow private insurance. Everyone on Medicare plan no private insurance. There we go. Oh, why didn't it let me vote? All right, anyways. So they're running a little. That's nice. At least they're giving it attention. I mean, trying to scare people, but they're giving it attention, checking to see who actually understands it. But let's see. Fact checking Trump's comments on Omar and economy at the rally. There's Schumer. Chuck Schumer. Trump says he's eager to meet with Schumer on immigration. There's that lady running against Mitch McConnell. I don't know how to feel about her. Anyone in Kentucky, let me know how you feel about that. I'm glad that someone's running against Mitch McConnell, but what I've heard so far, and I haven't heard much about her, I just heard she has a CIA background. I don't know if that's true. Like I said, I need to look into her. But if you're from Kentucky or you know more about it, let me know what you think about this lady running against Mitch McConnell in Kentucky. I would love to see him leave. Trump team warps Omar's world on. I'm tripping all over that one. I'm going to leave that alone. Trump's got a new helicopter. Trump's new helicopter has a flaw. It scorches the White House lawn. That's the orange he spray paints himself with. That's what's scorching the lawn. Let's see. They did a fact check. Savings from Sanders' Medicare plan dubious. Democratic presidential candidate Bernie Sanders all but guaranteed his Medicare for All speech on Wednesday the U.S. would spend less on health care. He said studies from experts on the political left and the right said $2 trillion. All right, apparently there's a hit piece on the Medicare for All speech. They fact check it. Let's check it out and see what they get into in here. All right, it says AP fact check. Savings from Sanders' Medicare plan dubious. Democratic presidential candidate Bernie Sanders all but guaranteed in his speech that the U.S. would spend less on health care with his plan. He said studies from experts on the political left and the right project $2 trillion to $5 trillion over 10 years, but that's questionable. Look at his claim in the facts. Sanders, Medicare for All would reduce overall healthcare spending in our country. The facts, savings from Medicare for All are not a slam dunk. Oh, bullshit. This is just, again, they're going to do all they can to defend the greed-driven system that we're currently living under. Don't listen to it. The Koch brothers paid for that study. Sanders didn't pay for that study. The Koch brothers paid for that study in order to prove that Medicare for All was more expensive, and it backfired on them. That's what happened. So let's see what they say, though. Sanders' figures of $5 trillion over 10 years in health cost savings comes from a study by the Political Economy Research Institute at the University of Massachusetts Amherst. The lead author has been a political supporter of Sanders, and the study was unveiled to an event hosted by a think tank founded by the senator's wife. Really? My God. Such a tangled web we weave when we lead to deceive. I don't know how much that's true or not. I'm going to have to look into that. I know that the Koch brothers funded the study. I don't know if there was more than, apparently there might have been more than one study. You can tell I don't look at much mainstream media. I haven't before the last 2 months. This is the most I've ever looked into mainstream media. What's they saying about O'Rourke? O'Rourke is cratering, but he's got a plan to bring back Betomania. Oh, yeah. Betomania. Trump says the congresswomen should apologize. MSN's got a neat little site. They squeeze a lot onto their page. Ted Cruz, Fox News went all in for Trump. Fox News did go all in for Trump, stays all in for Trump, is all in for Trump, is 100% Trump. We see that every day right here on this page. And they're the only ones with a positive spin on Trump. Everyone else has a negative spin on Trump. Scaramucci's back in the news. Trump to face primary if he keeps going down this path. I guess he's anti-Trump now. I don't know. Not sure. Anybody know about that? When is Mueller talking to Congress? Can't believe they're still wasting time with that. Isn't that amazing? Okay, well, that was Know Your Enemy for today. I'm thinking of adding independent media in the mix for comparison's sake. What do y'all think of that idea? Let me know in the comments. I think it'd be good because, for one, just to show the difference in what they cover day to day, and two, so I could directly fight back against the defeatist talk that too many of our indie sites get into all too often. So we got to stop talking like we're helpless. We're strong. These independent journalists that have large platforms and aren't teaching people how to make change, pushing people in the direction of correcting this mess, I think there's something wrong with that. Why would indie media parrot the defeatist rhetoric of the corporate-owned media? Why do these independent journalists report on these stories of how they'll just rig it without mentioning how that stops, how we fight it? They act like we're powerless. Oh no, guys, it's too hard now. You'll never guess what the DNC is pulling now. Click here to read about how we can't win. Stop with that nonsense. Stop feeding into this negative mentality for clicks. Inform people of how to make a difference. And when you present stories about how the powers that be are trying to cheat us, Why don't you also present ways to counter whatever the obstacle may be? I'm asking those of you that have gained large platforms on social media and in the independent journalism realm to be careful what message you spread. Be aware that people actually listen to and care what you think, and you have power. Your voice has been magnified, and you can use it for progress or to bitch and moan. One makes a difference, and the other is popular. Make the right choice. Take the path towards progress and stop choosing to wallow in defeat. Use your voice for the greater good. Stop throwing pity parties all day. We need more people to own this. When we get enough of us that own this, that take full responsibility for this, that realize this is our fight, that we have to do this, that if we don't do this, it don't get done. When enough of us realize that and we move forward united, we will be unstoppable. There will be absolutely nothing that they can do. And anyone that tells you any different is lying to you. Because when we use our numbers, and we stand united and we demand change, change happens. That's the way it's always happened. That's the only way it ever will happen. And that's what we got to do. And we're doing it. And I think it's great. And I'm proud to be part of it. And I want to do all I can to make sure that we win. But we are killing it. Thank you guys for watching. This has been the Daily Burn. We do this every day. Come back tomorrow and hang out with us again. Share this out. Get this message out to people. We need to share the message that this is not only possible, but we're doing it. And we're going to get this done. And get out there and keep fighting. You guys rock. I love each and every one of you. We'll see you tomorrow on another episode of the Daily Burn.